What is on your mind when you hear Nubia smartphones? You are thinking about Red Magic phones, right? Siyempre, gaming phones yun. But what if I told you that Nubia has a flagship phone?
The Nubia Z50s Pro is actually an underrated base flagship device. Underrated. It's actually not well known to many. Thanks to 888 iWarehouse for borrowing your demo unit.
888 iWarehouse sells phones na common, even legit pre-owned iPhones. They also sell unique phones like Nubia, Poco, and Google Pixel devices. If you want to buy phones, dito na sa 888 iWarehouse. Now back to review. First is the design. Well, the Z50s Pro actually looks smaller on my hands. Pero in reality, the Z50s Pro is bigger ng konti. The back of the phone is just big and leather, but the camera itself is huge that it occupies the rest of the space. This camera module follows all trends in all camera-centric phones like Tecno Camon 30 Pro and Realme 13 Pro Plus. But unlike that module, going sideways, that's a huge indentation because malaki yung camera module niya. Because malaki yung camera module niya, I wonder kung saan nilalagay yung NFC since it occupies most of the space. Also, that big bump solves almost the wobble problem. The flat edge is made out of aluminum, having that premium feel to it. That flat edge width is slightly bigger than my Tecno Spark Go 2024, making it like a brick phone. That power button is unique and slick. It has a red accent to it with a rough feel to it. The weight and the feel of it is balanced. I thought matopple down siya una dahil sa large camera module niya, but actually, it is balanced as it should be. Ergonomics-wise, it is comfortable to hold. Now let's go sa software niya. Yung software ginamit dito is ZTE's MyOS 13 based on Android 13. Well, dito ako nagandaan sa software niya. Unang bungad after you set up, walang bloatware sa phone na to. All of it remains is only Google applications, making it like stock Android feel. Unlike sa ibang smartphones na unang bungad lang, meron na bloats at nag-greet pa yung good morning yung mga recommended apps na i-install sa'yo. This one, wala talaga, and that's the way I like it. There is a feel of gracefulness animation. Hindi siya parang Huawei at Apple na ganoon ka-graceful, but I can still feel the stability and the lightness of the UI. It almost matches Huawei's stability. Pero dahil walang bloats or whatsoever na redundant, the UI experience itself, it feels smooth and reliable. There's tons of customization on this phone like animations, AI wallpapers, lock screen, fingerprints, plus yung kaniyang switch na pwede ma-silent mode, street camera, and flashlight. Widget itself is a bit limited but it works. It's like similar siya sa UI experience ni Tecno. The fingerprint scanner also works good and reliable. Now punta naman tayo sa cons. Yung cons dito is yung features niya is very limited. Despite na may roots pa rin to siya sa gaming, wala akong nakitang game space feature like sa Z60 Ultra and sa Red Magic. Sa mga multitaskers kagaya ko dyan, wala rin to floating window. I don't know lang sa Z60 Ultra if meron, but if meron, then goods yung sa Z60 Ultra. Pero sa Z50s Pro dito is wala floating window. Software updates is only 3 years lang, 2 Android updates, and a year of security updates. It only applies lang sa Z60 Ultra. However, yung software updates niya might be a concern since a lot of people have complained about the software support ng Nubia, which is only security updates lang and not Android updates, considering that this is a budget flagship device that can support 3 to 4 years Android updates pero wala dito. I saw their software updates menu, but since after released on July 27, 2023 hanggang ngayon, they still don't give Android updates to Android 14 or any security updates lang, even though nakapromise daw sila na mag-update sila para i-add yung game turbo at bypass charging. So it gives Tecno and Infinix vibes na di gaano ka-consistent yung software updates. Like their Infinix 035G na even though they promised to give Android 14 updates, they still didn't give updates till this day sa Android 14. Despite with the lack of features and software updates, napaka-solid pa rin yung UI niya because it gives all-stock Android feel. This smartphone has a powerful Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 2. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is a 2023 chipset, pero in today's standards, year 2024, it is still live up to its day. Kasi marami pa rin gumamit ng 8 Plus Gen 2 or 8 Gen 2, which is si Poco F6 Pro at si OnePlus 12R. Because yung brand Nubia, it is known for reputation for gaming, pwede pa rin to as a camera phone. Sadly, di tayo nakipag-game test kasi hindi pa siya na-update sa NATLAN yung Genshin Impact. Anyway, I will give you some simple tips sa pag-game gamit ng Nubia Z50S Pro is kailangan mo talaga phone cooler, wag mo isagad yung settings niya even though capable yung chipset niya kasi hindi siya ganoon katibay yung cooling system niya unlike sa mga Red Magic na phones na pwede mo pa siya isagad kasi may cooling fan na siya at grabe yung cooling system. Demo unit lang to siya so di tayo shadow nakipag-test. Meron tayong 12GB of RAM and 1TB of internal storage. Considering 43,000 pesos na to, it is insane but there is a catch. Yung 256GB version niya has an ultra-fast UFS 4.0. Pero yung 1TB version niya, which is ni-review ko, is toned down UFS 3.1. It's reasonable naman since yung cost ng price niya also matters. Pero despite all of which, it is a very fast phone. This display has a 6.8-inch AMOLED display, which is malaki yung display considering the fact sa paningin ko, it looks smaller. Also, it has 1,200 nits of peak brightness, parehas siya sa Poco F3 ko. Also, the display resolution is doubled on my Poco F3 which is 1.5K. It also has 144Hz refresh rate, pero it was set to 120Hz by default, pero sa automatic, depende. Pero considering pa rin na majority of games still runs on 120 FPS. And the phone is almost bezel-less. The Z50S Pro has 50MP main camera, 50MP ultra-wide, and 8MP telephoto. It has a unique camera branding technology na tinatawag na NeoVision. Yung pangalang NeoVision na yan is just the same sa camera branding ni Huawei na Xmage, Zeiss sa Vivo, Leica sa Xiaomi, and HyperImage sa Realme. Pero if you search NeoVision ng Nubia, they will just go direct sa AR glasses nila. And yan yung nakakatawa. NeoVision image technology says to improve low-light photography, making it less noisy, lifelike colors, good portrait capabilities, and AI capabilities. Somehow, I kinda agree. The colors are popping out good and the saturation is almost natural. My skin tone is almost accurate, but at the same time, the details are well preserved. Also, that 35mm lens is sobrang napakalapit na kailangan mo talaga lumayo para makuha yung subject. Compared mo sa Poco F3 ko na 35mm lang. Compared mo side by side sa Canon 600D ni father ko, it's trying to mimic the DSLR focusing. So far sa lighting conditions dito ng Eyewear House which is fully lit, maganda naman yung pagkuha ni Z50S Pro dito. Pero may kulang lang sa details kasi hindi shadow ganda yung lighting. Yung dynamic range niya dito is also well defined dito sa Nubia Z50S Pro. Yung 50MP ultra-wide, medyo may slight color shift lang tayo pero maganda naman yung kuha at well-preserved yung details. I have never expected for this 8MP telephoto to shoot this good despite na lower yung megapixel count niya. There is also a hint na kapag low yung megapixel count mo, meaning low rin yung resolution niya na bigay sa'yo. And this is the best example kapag na-zoom mo yung camera.
This one can zoom up around 30x mismo. Pero pwede siya maka-moonshot but do not expect the resolution to be the best.
That telephoto camera is meant for slight close-up lang and the same time for portraits up to 5x.
Meron to siyang 16 megapixel selfie camera and heto yung kuha niya. Meron din siyang details pero ang problem dito is parang naka-beautification tayo even though naka-off to siya. Grabe naman dito, ang sobrang puti ko dito. It can shoot up to 8K at 30 FPS pero surprising dito, this is the only smartphone sa ngayon sa market na nakashoot ng 4K at 120 FPS which other smartphone brands can't.
Siyempre, meron tayong 4K at 120 FPS rin sa Sony. Sila yung pinakauna naka-develop nito compared sa Nubia Z50S Pro. But considering these two brands, kaya nila to mag-adapt ng 4K 120 FPS whereas other brands can't.
Pero matakaw lang yan sa storage. This is the ultra-wide video shoot which is maganda naman. Quality ng main camera is also good, pero mauga-uga lang yung motion kasi parang wala to siyang OIS or EIS. Mauga-uga rin yung zoom camera nito, but the quality itself is good despite na low yung resolution. Pero may problema rin tayo dito. Yung disadvantage lang dito is you have to shoot each lenses separately unlike sa one take ng video can switch lenses automatically. And yung selfie camera dito, despite good quality siya, but only shoots 1080p lang. Marami ulit siyang camera features like vlog mode, phantom video, ID photo, monocolor pero hindi naman masyado accurate but it gets the job done, moonshots, portrait lighting filters, and yung automatic macro mode. Pwede mo rin magamit yung switch to go directly to the camera itself.
It has a 5100 mAh cell and it has 80 watts fast charging.
Battery life is great considering the lightness of the software, parang malabibo yung battery efficiency niya. It is said that the charging speed estimation is at 15 minutes, pero depende sa use and situation.
Sabi ni Sir na 40% pa lang yesterday and when I came back, it's only 29%, pero standby time lang yun. Its battery life sa standby mode decreased only 11% of that battery life.
This phone is a bang for a buck as an all-arounder phone. For 43,000 pesos, meron ka na talaga 1TB dito.
How about yung bagong release nilang Nubia Z60S Pro? Well, actually, wala naman syadong difference dito. It has the same processor, Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, same camera sensors, pero yung difference lang dito is yung MyOS 14 instead of MyOS 13 sa Nubia Z50S Pro.
My advice for Nubia in order for them to be competitive sa global market is their software support. Napakasulit and unique yung software nila dito. The feel of stock Android is there. The stableness is almost the same stability of Huawei. You can feel the smoothness of this phone and the lightness of the software. Yung biggest letdown lang talaga dito is yung software support nila, which yung vibes is parang naka-Tecno and Infinix ka na hindi syado consistent yung software updates even though they promise on that.
Meron din akong recommendations dito kung gusto mo na masulit pa sa Nubia Z50S Pro. I could recommend the iQOO 12 kung hindi big deal yung China ROM sa inyo. Sadly, wala pa dito sa Philippines yung iQOO, but in Indonesia and Malaysia, if pumunta kayo doon, dyan na lang kayo bumili ng iQOO 12. It has a 1TB version, the same price of the Nubia Z50S Pro and my Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 ka. If di big deal China ROM sa inyo, then this is the good phone for you. Of course, you can go din sa Xiaomi 14. Pero problema lang is, yung storage space niya is 256GB lang, but you still get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 out of the box. If you are willing to wait, then better wait for the release of the Xiaomi 14T Pro. Meron din siya 1TB of internal storage and yung MediaTek Dimensity 9300 Plus is equivalent to the performance of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in terms of Antutu scores. Yung problema lang is baka magmahal siya in the near future like sa Xiaomi 14T ngayon na above 30,000 pesos na siya imbes na 24,000 pesos. Siyempre, dami rin nag-recommend na mag Red Magic 9 Pro daw ako kasi maganda yung performance niya na binigay, but again, this is a performance-centric phone, like only for gaming na siya, but the cameras are meh in terms of that. Pero kung gusto mo talaga na both camera and gaming above 43,000 pesos, pwede rin si Nubia Z60 Ultra, which is katumbas lang sila dalawa ni Red Magic 9 Pro, except na lamang lang si Z60 Ultra sa camera if camera talaga habol nyo and gaming. I will also include Samsung S23 Ultra since 43,000 pesos above naman siya, and it has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset na same rin sa Nubia Z50S Pro, but you also have the software updates up to 4 years.
So there you have it. This is one of my unique smartphone review experience so far.
The Nubia Z50S Pro gives me the unique kind of experience so far dahil first time tayo nakahawak ng isang underrated na phone.
So underrated na only less people na nakahawak nito.
And pag nakita ka na kakaiba, parang naka-experience tayo ng sense of joy na ma-experience natin. It is my first time na naka-hands-on ng isang phone na kakaiba sa mata natin. And I quite enjoyed it, especially sa mga welcoming staff ng eyewear house na naka-introduce sila sa ganitong device.
In the Philippine market na sobrang saturated yung mga phone brands dito, only 5% ng mga tao nakakita ng isang underrated na phone na kakaiba sa mata natin.
Oh, subscribe naman kayo dyan sa YouTube channel ko, Facebook page ko at yung TikTok account ko. This is Delfrun from Hikaru Tsuyokata, and stay strong mga katekis!